Hey everyone, welcome to Reality TV News Update, the place where we bring you the latest updates, fun moments, and behind-the-scenes stories you won't want to miss. Allison Grodner and Rich Meehan also address what other fan-favorite contests missing from last season might return. There are certain competitions that both Big Brother fans and players look forward to seeing each season. There's BB Comics, there's the appearance of Otev in various animatronic forms, and there's, of course, The Wall. But there were also a few classics that did not make an appearance on the recently completed Season 27. I did hear people were missing the slip and slide, executive producer Allison Grodner tells Entertainment Weekly. Indeed, who doesn't love a montage of contestants repeatedly falling on their backside to kooky circus music and sound effects? No one. The answer is no one. Well, it turns out that the classic competition, known as Slippery Slope, where players have to transport cups of liquid across a slip-and-slide track to fill up a bowl and retrieve a ball, did not just fall out of the rotation to take a break. Rather, it is back in the BB lab seeking some refinement. Executive producer Rich Meehan states, "I think if we do the slip and slide again, we have to come up with a tweak or an adjustment so that anyone could win it in that way." The worry among producers is that the drama from the contest was becoming sapped because the winner was easily telegraphed before the challenge would even begin. What tended to happen with that game is just the tallest, typically most athletic person would win, concedes Meehan, so it just became almost a given of who would win that game. They experimented with the format a bit once to combat that and would continue to do so before bringing the competition back. "We tried the team version of that one season," Meehan recalls, of season 15, "so I think if you wanted to come back with that, we'd probably twist it up a little bit more to make it more even. We do love it because it's funny, but we want to try to make sure that it's a game that anybody could win." And there's somebody in particular from season 27 that Grodner thinks would have had the most likely won it. "I do think Morgan would have had a good shot. Balance plays into it. It depends on the cast, because sometimes you just have those dominant physical players, and it's an obvious outcome. But I've been asked about that a few times, so it's probably worth bringing back." But Slippery Slope was not the only classic Big Brother competition missing from this past season. Another fan favorite that was absent from BB 27 was Caged Eggs, in which players have to transport eggs across a wired fence using only their fingers, leading to the inevitable montage of dozens of eggs falling and cracking. "We've been doing that a lot. I think it needed a break," says Grodner. We have to assume with pun heavily intended. Since its first appearance on Season 11, Caged Eggs has appeared 9 times, including when Quinn Martin won the competition in 2024. "We have our list of classics, and then every season we're like, which ones make it and which ones do we hold for a season?" says Meehan. However, the egg game is always enjoyable, especially with that added skill now at the end. That is so frustrating. He's referring to the extra element of rolling eggs down a plank to knock down the letters HOH. Another favorite, at least of ours, that has been out of the mix is Take It Off, in which players have to strip out of their clothes while attempting to hold down 3 buttons at the same time. This contest was also run on Season 3 of Celebrity Big Brother as Ski Strip and morphed into a less scantily clad version in Season 22 of the original series called Namaste Off the Block, in which houseguests had to strike yoga poses while holding on to the buttons. "That's a great game," agrees Meehan. "That will unquestionably return at some point, for sure. That is on our list of classics. It just didn't make it this season. We like to try to balance it with at least 50% new stuff, and then we have the classic, iconic stuff." Speaking of an instant classic, both players and fans were assuming that the house guests would be forced to live outside after the unhinged success of Janky World in Season 26, as well as the Split House that forced half the players to live outdoors and broke up the Leftovers Alliance in Season 24. So why were contestants spared in Season 27? It seems producers simply shifted the big game-changing twist. We adore that. We did the Split House, and then we did Janky World. As a result, we always consider, what is that significant stunt that we are going to perform at that point in the schedule? This year, it was the White Locust. It wasn't a sleep-in, but it was a big event that was coming up during that time. But yeah, I think we would do something like that again, for sure. Speaking of which, considering what a CBS reality competition fan Mike White is, having competed on The Amazing Race twice and soon to appear on Survivor for the second time, Did the Big Brother producers ever reach out to the White Lotus creator to ask if he'd like to venture out of the pineapple suite and be a part of the White Locust proceedings? We talked about asking him to be a part of it, but we never got around to doing that. Hopefully he was flattered we did a parody. After 27 seasons of blindsides, showmances, and unforgettable drama, Big Brother producers are revealing that one of the show's most iconic competitions might finally get a long overdue update. Producers admitted in an exclusive behind-the-scenes interview that while Big Brother is known for its tradition, it's time for a fresh twist to keep players and fans on their toes. The competition in question. Since the beginning of the show, fans have adored the wall competition, which is often portrayed as an endurance battle between heads of household. Contestants cling to a vertical wall that tilts, sprays water, and pelts them with everything from fake snow to slime until only one remains. It's physically grueling, mentally taxing, and a true test of willpower. But according to longtime producer Alison Grodner, the competition's impact has started to wane. The wall is iconic, but after so many seasons, it's become predictable. The audience knows what's coming, and the players often do too. We want to restore the element of surprise that made Big Brother famous. Why it is favored by audiences and why producers desire change. Fans have come to expect the wall every season, often treating it as a benchmark for endurance and determination. Some of the show's most memorable moments have come from this competition, from Rachel Riley's victory in Season 13 to Taylor Hale's emotional win in Season 24. But producers say the formula has grown stale. It's not that the competition isn't entertaining, another producer explained. But players now come in having studied every version of it on YouTube. They know what to expect, what to wear, how to position themselves. We need to find ways to make even veterans second-guess their strategies. What the new version might look like. The producers didn't give any specifics, but they did say that the new competition might combine endurance with strategy, which would force contestants to make decisions in a split second rather than just holding on. We're experimenting with versions where the physical element remains, but it's combined with puzzle solving or risk-based gameplay. Think of it as combining determination with endurance. Fans might also see the environment change. Instead of the classic outdoor rain and slime setting, the producers are considering new themes that tie into the season's storyline or twists. The wall doesn't have to be a wall, one insider joked. What if it's a platform that moves? What if it's a balance challenge with sabotage opportunities? Fan reaction. When early rumors of a change leaked online, fans were divided. Some diehards argued that the competition's simplicity is what makes it great, a pure test of determination. Others welcomed the idea, saying it's about time Big Brother updated its challenges to reflect the increasingly strategic nature of modern gameplay. One popular Reddit thread read, "I love the wall, but I also love chaos. If they make it unpredictable again, I'm all for it." Another fan added, "Every season people say they're excited for the wall, but once it starts, it's just 3 hours of people hanging there. Let's add some spice." The spirit of Big Brother. Even with the planned adjustments, producers insist that the objective is to preserve Big Brother's spirit rather than erasing what fans adore. "We always want to honor the show's legacy," Grodner said, "but part of that legacy is evolution. Every season has to feel fresh. We want people to say, 'I didn't see that coming.'" As Big Brother 28 begins early production, fans can expect this reimagined endurance challenge to make its debut. Whether it replaces the wall entirely or simply reinvents it remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, next summer, house guests will be holding on for dear life in a whole new way.